Hello, welcome to the Chi Panda YouTube channel. I am Keegan, and I am joined today by...
Anis. I'm his friend.
And we are here to talk about the new episode of the Misadventures of Chi and Keegan called Saving Chi Panda, which as we're recording this just came out about almost 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
So we're doing the director's commentary here. I did one of these for tax evasion, and I wanted to do the same for the next big project, which was Saving Chi Panda. So here I am. And this time I'm joined by a guest because he was over here anyways, and so I was like, oh, why don't you just join me? So I am Keegan. I am the director, writer, and editor of this short film, and I also played Keegan and Chi Panda. And Anis was the lead cinematographer, came up with a lot of cool ideas with cinematography. Yeah, and did some of the lighting as well, and I also played Stormy, one of our main characters. So yeah, this will be fun. We're kind of just going to watch it together, give our insight here, and what it was like filming. So without further ado, let's start playing the video. So disclaimer, some effects may affect photosensitive viewers. When I first started playing with the glitchy effects, it kind of hurt my eyes a little bit. So I was like, maybe I should just throw a little disclaimer at the top to make sure nobody with that's photosensitive is gonna get hurt here. Because I remember it kind of disturbed me a little bit, but after a little while, I got used to it eventually. So this is the first scene. I think I remember I was like changing or something, and then I told Anis to go and just film the house for a little bit while I was changing. I don't remember what character I was changing into, but yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember where?
Yeah, I remember. I think you were changing into the Brit, maybe. No, wait, that's wrong.
One of the characters. Yeah. That was a cut there, obviously. You can kind of tell. And then we got Chi, which I always kind of like imagine this shot of having him kind of like cowering in the corner somewhere. But we didn't actually figure out where he was going to be until the last day. And there's some of those glitchy effects I was talking about at the beginning. And then it gets all dark, and people are going to be like, oh, wait, did everything just break? But then it comes up with the next scene. Yeah, this was it was like in the afternoon. But it don't matter, because the sun comes through the windows in the morning still. It doesn't have to be dark in the morning. I just noticed... a little mistake here. Chi's hoodie is actually right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I think my just waking up impression's pretty good. Yeah, this shot was you actually suggested that actual looking shot, but that shot was in
from the perspective of the kettle.
Yeah, you were like, how do you want to do this? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna do like this shot from the kettle kind of thing. But these were in the trailer that we made.
Oh. I forgot like a decent amount of the shots we did.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah,
in the trailer we had me playing Sisyphus by Quedeca, but here it's just a song called Away by an artist I don't remember. It's gonna be it would be in the description of the video if you wanted to know what the song is.
Well, look, my cool
They're gonna flash back to an
turn
old
on the
video
TV.
from back in November, I think. And I look so different just because I grew out my hair and like I got really bad acne.
You were a baby.
And it's only 6 months, which is so weird, but it seems like I'm 2 years younger. Yeah. That original video was edited by guest editor Arkin.
No, Chi, take me with you, please.
And then I just I downloaded it and rehashed it and kind of did it as a little memory thing.
Wait, what?
Keegan.
And there's the voice of Danny the 2 coming in. I gave him the script and he recorded all of his voice lines on his own from a remote location. This is Heroescape.
I've played a lot of.
Yeah, I played a lot of it. I got this game when I was 6.
Really?
Yeah, I got it when I was 6.
That makes sense, actually, yeah.
On the box it says like 7 and up. So I was like, I'm committing a crime by playing this, and I'm only 6 years old. I was so scared the cops were gonna come get me for playing a game made for 7-year-olds.
Yeah, he's a little cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bad boy. Yeah, we just kind of we wanted to set it up and just kind of have the scene of us playing the game, but I wasn't really a stickler for the rules since we weren't actually playing. It was just a prop. So I kind of adhere to some rules, like this die is always here and the cards and stuff, but the dice and the things we say aren't always accurate to the actual gameplay.
I don't think there are going to be any HeroScape Nazis out there.
Yeah,
I can tell you
and there's
wrong.
Anise. There's you talking.
It was Raylan's
That
defense
is me.
alarm too.
Oh, good show, Keegan.
This shot was that shot right there was reused from something because
Show, Keegan.
I don't know what happened either. What we filmed for this bit, I don't think. Yeah, there's no lines for this bit, so I think we just forgot to record it because there were no lines for it. So I just kind of reused a shot that you'll see in a bit.
Keegan, are you alright? Do you need a cup of tea?
No, I don't need any tea. Really, I really don't need any tea. Thank you.
Excuse
There's
me?
a-
You don't want tea?
There's a jug puppeteer, Mikey, doing his online name, Mikey, doing his stuff,
It's Chi, okay?
doing his jug puppeteering. That's a cool shot.
I miss him.
Kind of got a little bit of a test hair in the
I
corner
thought we
here.
were over him.
I
We
never
decided you
noticed
don't
that.
need that jerk
Yeah,
anymore.
that's the reuse shot right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Where's that test hair? Yeah, there it is. There's that test hair.
Yeah, I doubt anyone noticed.
Yeah.
I miss Chi.
I thought we were over him. We decided you don't need that jerk anymore. He left you, remember?
I know. It's just I can't get him off my mind. No, I thought
A little bit of
forgetting about him would make me
little
feel
bit of
better.
emotions in the Chi Panda series for the first time, I guess. Actually, not for the first time, because had that whole sad moment when Keegan died in tax evasion.
He's still my
I cried
roommate,
like a baby.
Like a baby.
my friend.
I do believe Keegan is in the right here. I'm sorry, Mr. Jug, but
I like how
he is
Britt
a
always
good
calls
lad, and
Danny
I'll
Mr.
tell
Jug.
But what are we gonna do about it? We have no clue where he is.
Keegan, you can't let that stop you from finding your friend.
Yeah, that's one of the key. I just noticed that's one of like the keys to like editing, especially when you're playing all the characters, is to like overlap the videos. So like
Like
when
the audio from the videos, or
yeah, just like well, if you overlap the videos, then the audio is obviously gonna come with it too. But like, yeah. So when Keegan stops talking, Britt starts talking, but it's still on Keegan.
Keegan, you can't let that stop you
Right
from
there.
finding your friend.
So
You know
that's
how to
still
find
that
him.
just kind
You're
of
devoted enough to put in the work.
creates more immersion.
yeah.
You kind of feel like they're actually there. Because I did get that criticism once in the comments of one video that was like, it seems like you're doing one line and then doing the other line, then doing one line, doing the other line. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to start like overlapping them so it kind of seems like a real conversation, like back and forth.
Wait, can't we finish our game first?
I would stay and play, but we're on the same team.
That was
so
pretty
I
good.
guess
You
we
never
have to
see
follow
Mikey's
them.
arm there.
Yeah.
Drat.
I remember for that shot, Drat. You just kept saying we just kept doing that take, and you were going like Drat, Drat,
Oh,
Drat.
yeah.
Drat, and then you were like, it doesn't even sound like a real word anymore. And the best line was when you went Drat. That doesn't even sound like a real word anymore. And that was your best take. And so what I did was I took your best take, and then right when you said Drat, I muted the rest of the audio because I needed like an extra split second or whatever. I couldn't cut it right after the Drat. So you start saying, like around here, you start saying like, oh, it doesn't even sound like a real word anymore, but it's muted.
We're gonna get you back. We're gonna get you back.
This shot was a part of the reshoots that we did pretty late into filming because I realized like for this whole scene I realized that I had only written like 2 lines in the script and there was no dialogue at all. I just wrote that like they go into his room and then they go into the closet, and that's all I wrote in the script. And I was like, why did I not write anything in the script for this bit? So we did it the first time and it was messy, and then so we had to do some reshoots to kind of clean it up and did about. Here's Mikey in the flesh walking around with Danny the Jug. And I thought a lot of people liked this gag in the comments I heard, and just like personally people telling me like this was their favorite bit. I don't know. I just thought it was funny, like writing the script to just because I wanted Danny to move, and I was like, well, how do we get him to move? And I was like, well, what if I just have someone there moving him?
Yeah.
That'll be a good comedic bit. Good bit of comedy.
All right, everyone. Here's the plan. We're going to bust through.
Yeah, this was a part of the research too. This was all improv. This was in the
Oh, I
script.
remember doing the shot too.
Yeah, you were kind of like laying in that corner right there where Tess is.
Because it's bunched up with like where all the extra jugs are, so I had to like throw them all to the side.
That can stop us from searching and searching.
Or no, we put him in a
until we
different room.
found
That's
our
what it was.
friend And made sure that he is safe and back in our arms at our
Yeah,
home.
we did this a few times, and
Let's
then
get in there
I kind of
and
repeated
let's
myself a few
get
times.
Chi back.
That's an original shot right there.
Yeah.
The microphone. I like this one. This one's pretty good with the boom.
Remember standing on the bed and throwing both Stormy and Danny.
Yeah. Add a bit of cheeky music there.
You need a cup of tea. What the heck? How are you perfectly fine?
Dum.
You forget, Keegan.
That laugh was a bit of a Tony Wiseau laugh kind of thing.
Oh, really?
From the room, like,
You're
you're so funny, Mark.
If you may recall, I did survive.
I don't know what I did. That was just a bit of improv on my part.
Twice.
I don't believe
I think
that
it
for a
works well for
second.
your character.
Well, it's not entirely true. My kind are quite fond of
It's a
guns.
it's a good bit of lore
We have
for the Chi Panda fans.
But
Add this to the wiki.
To the wiki.
That British people were
They're all snobs.
British people were immune to everything except for guns. Bit of a drink there, drinking some tea.
Like
So we failed.
over-exaggerated.
Can we get back to
Yeah.
our game now?
Like Monster Hunter.
No,
What?
we're going back in. We only failed because we were unprepared and
More voice talent from Mr. Danny the Two.
Were we prepared?
And a nice microphone too.
Yeah. There's the Stranger Things knockoff song. But I found two of these.
Dressed as.
Did you use both of them?
I used both of them, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, don't be peeking
Yeah,
through
Peaky
my blinds
Blinders,
while I'm
if anyone
changing.
doesn't know, are like the British Mafia, I guess.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
Um,
Now I know.
What? Can I get some cool armor like that?
so that's what
What?
I'm trying to
Stormy,
dress
no,
as.
you got armor already.
But you know how garbage stormtrooper armor is?
I don't think they're around anymore, but they were sort of like the British Mafia.
I feel like a lot of
Alright,
like
boys.
those groups
This
kind of
time?
aren't really around. Like they're still around, but they're not the same as they were before.
Yeah, they don't wear hats and coats and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shot's a bit weird. Like the cloning shot. I think there's like 3 of these in the 4 maybe, or 3. I don't remember. I think there's just 3 in the whole show, and this is the worst one, because you can kind of clearly see the line right there. Where this is darker and this is lighter, and then Stormy's foot is kind of disappearing
Oh yeah.
right here. But I didn't feel like reshooting
I feel like
it.
there's more leeway that was Stormy there that you could have given to him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's whatever. Moving on.
Yeah, but this one's pretty good right there. I would have closed the gap a little bit more, like person wise, not like in the editing process, but
Yeah.
since there's a kind of a obvious gap there.
I did like I remember talking to you about this before, but like I felt like the change of the colors were like was just not atrocious. That's a bit mean, but it probably could have been done a better way to not look like your skin was blue or that you're an alien. Like maybe changing the color temperature between the worlds, like being a bit warmer, and I guess the overworld or whatever you want to call it, and then being a colder color temperature here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I was like, I was playing through all the filters and I found this one. I was like, oh, it looks cool. So I stuck with it. I'll go back a little bit. Yeah, this shot right here always made me laugh when I first edited it. Because it spins and then she is just kind of there. Shoot.
Is that 2 separate shots?
Yeah, there's 2 separate
Okay.
shots. I did.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course it is.
But like I remember uploading the shot, pulling it into the timeline, and then watching that, and then just seeing me there, just like asserting dominance, kind of thing, and it just made me laugh. I just wasn't expecting such like a beefy
shot,
looking, yeah.
It's the equivalent of T-posing.
Yeah.
Get down.
This is so funny to me. I just love the cardboard just flying in.
Chi could-
I want to see it again. I love this so much.
Careful. Chi could have gone
It's one
insane
of
in
my. I just love like the
isolation.
little
People
just
go
like
insane when they're
touches
on
of just
social
like
media for 5
physical
minutes.
comedy, which are dotted around. Dude, you're there.
On social
You're
media
right
for
here,
5
dude. You
minutes.
see yourself?
Where? Are you talking about for that shot? Oh, in the mirror.
You're right here in the
Oh,
mirror. you're like, oh, I'm like off here to the right. I'm good, but then you're right there the
In the
whole
mirror.
time. Yeah. You're even worse in this next one. Yeah, you're right. You're even worse. Just straight up in the mirror.
Was I just like on my phone?
I don't know what you're doing, but I know you're just kind of like leaning up on the couch there.
Hey, Chi.
Oh, he's disappeared. There's a glitchy
Where'd he
fix.
go?
I feel like the glitch effects aren't too
I'm
bad.
telling you, man. Insane.
Just pulling my leg,
There's a
right?
track called Crimson that I found, which is pretty good.
Scare me.
And it's got this, it's got like the in the
Yeah.
track, and I thought like, oh, it'd be cool if the visuals kind of
The
matched.
typical like movie shot when someone's going crazy, or I guess like you see that more in like commercials for films.
Yeah,
Would you call that a commercial? I feel like there's another name. Oh well.
A trailer?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I added like the effect. I added the effect to sort of go along with the music. There's a punch there which is sort of out of sync, but I think that's due to the effect being overlaid.
That makes sense.
These are cool shots. I remember. Okay, I want to go back.
I remember that.
I want to go to this. I remember we struggled filming this one because this is Mikey's arm right here, and
Yeah.
we struggled filming this one because every time I was just supposed to hold his arm, and every time I was trying to say my lines, I started choking like myself because I was thinking like I am getting choked by another character who I'm also playing as.
Yeah.
So like I kept trying to choke myself over his hand, and I was like, oh, I need to stop doing that. And then this next shot immediately afterwards has a story. So this is
Is that the one where you tape your phone to the
yeah,
wall?
we taped my phone to the wall, so that way I could split it and clone Brit here. But the thing is, when we started filming Brit, I never had like a reference shot of him being off screen and then like around the corner and then coming in. So it just kind of started with him standing there and then going, okay, and then walking in and saying his line. So what I did, and you can kind of notice it just like a little bit, is like I faded him in the shot. So he's at 0% opacity.
Yeah.
And then as he starts walking, he comes to 100% opacity. You know, kind of watch it. He kind of fades in.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, that's how I problem solved because I had no reference for him being off screen.
I'm here to bring you home. Wait, Keegan, is that really you? Chi, are you all right?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, and we're
Be careful. He's a danger.
Is that really you? Chi, are you all
I do
right?
gotta say the
Are you
orange
here?
the orange
Be careful.
orange
He's a
thing does
dangerous
kind of
man.
disturb me a little bit.
With Superman.
Yeah, the orange color is kind of weird, but I do like the purple of Chi. The purple's
Yeah.
cool, but the orange is
A
weird.
different Keegan.
Different Keegan?
A different key.
I'm so sorry.
I think this
You
blue
have
skin
no idea what I've been through.
irks me the
I've
most.
searched dimension after dimension, looking for the
Yeah,
perfect
writing the script, I was thinking like I was gonna have like a whole bit where Chi was just like going through a whole bunch of different dimensions trying to find the right one that wasn't annoying. But I just kind of cut it down to just one dimension that I was gonna show, which is this flashback. Oh yeah, and then this is kind of weird too. Was this bit? First of all, this shot right here was a reshoot because I forgot to film this thinking. But I'm gonna try to pause it. Yeah. You can kind of see me going like a lighter blue here. So what I was trying to do is like with like the little fishy fade, the little watery fade.
Effect.
Yeah. When like halfway through, like when both of them were kind of coming in, the effect just kind of cuts. So he's like purple, and then all of a sudden he's green, and then it fades to the other one, which I thought was like really weird, and I was like, oh, I don't like that.
That's not gonna work at all.
So I was like, I want to see if I can try to like sort of fade the colors in, and I tried doing that, and it wasn't working very well. So what I had to do was, I had to take each shot and make them their own separate project.
Yeah.
And then, like, right at the end of each shot, like, right at the end of this shot of Chi thinking, I had to, like, manually, sort of, like, frame by frame, kind of, like, adjust the color one by one.
Right.
As it kind of became brighter, like, more natural. And then the other one, I started purple, and then I, like, gradually, frame by frame, kind of mapped it to go green. And then I exported both of those files separately, plugged them back into the original timeline, and then put the swimmy watery filter on it.
Right.
So that was a whole lot of work for just this one effect. Took me like a few hours to do it. Just like that. Here's a returning gag from many episodes.
Hey everyone, it's me, Chi Panda.
Booking a Panda Fields of Cooking, or PFAC for short. This is a new series I'll be doing on the channel, which is wholly original and not stolen from Danny the 2 at all. I got that memorized.
How are you here? Hey Chi, you want to
We got multiple Keegans here. Yeah, this is sort of what I thought of. That's Mikey's legs right there that I went through. I had him put on the pants and the socks.
That was uncalled for, man. You know what? I can't even take two Keegans. What?
I think, yeah, it was just me and Mikey who filmed this alone.
Yeah, there are a lot of areas where I wasn't there.
Yeah, because you had to go study for a physics test or something. You lame-o college student.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was like 4:50 right here. You can see. And you're like, I gotta go at like 4 because I gotta go study for my test tomorrow. I'm like, oh, lame. So then me and him did this alone, but we got my dad here to help us out with this because Mikey had trouble filming and shooting me for this bit, especially shooting me like aiming at the jug and then my head. So we got my dad to help do this one shot. Or block it and then get shot in the head. That's a good bit. And then it's all fun and games when he's killing people, and then it becomes a little bit of a horror here. Hiding in ye old pantry. There's a lot of effects. I had like the glitchy effects, and then I had a chaos effect, the chaos filter. And then the music, and then I had like the blood, and then I also had the hit effect. So I had the hit, the blood, the chaos, and the flashy filter. So I was like 4 different effects plus music on top of that video file. I think it cuts.
Want a cup of tea?
You can kind of hear.
Please, Ashley.
When he says cup of tea, you can kind of hear like Mikey kind of exhale a little bit, like this. He goes like that.
So,
listen for it.
want a cup of tea?
Oh, I heard
Yeah,
it.
Please,
I
Ashley.
hear like that.
Great.
But that was the best take. So, and I didn't even notice that he exhaled until later on. So,
gonna
but
drink your tea?
it's all right. It's
Yeah.
okay. We can make those kind of mistakes. You got the mask on.
What do you mean? Just take it
It's
off.
good. This is a lore packed episode
Mask off on camera will do
due to the lore.
The
Great
lore?
stuff.
What do you mean lore?
I noticed there's a whole lot of shots of like empty mugs, which are just like clearly visible on camera as empty. Then he actually takes off his mask and sips the cup, but you never see it because that would be illegal. I would have to kill you.
Okay.
Now we're back to the now we're back to the ugly world.
Was brilliant. You always make a banging brew, no matter the
I love that. I love the term banging brew.
Bang, bro.
Yeah, that's something that some people actually say.
Oh, really? I've
Yeah.
never heard it before.
Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Chi, you can tell me. I'm your best friend. What's wrong?
I left because I was sick of you. Okay?
I think for
I
this,
remember doing that line or that take a lot.
You left
so
because of,
sick of you, okay?
because of me?
I remember, I don't know, I don't think it was for the whole scene, but for a lot of it, for like cheese takes, Mikey was just kind of standing by the fridge here, just kind of leaning over this chair and just watching.
Rip.
And then you were like, wait, you're in the shot. And he was like, I'm in the shot? I was like, yes. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's been in the shot for like a whole long while. And then I was like, oh, it's okay. We got plenty of shots that you're not in. And then when I sat down to actually record, he was in like all of the ones that I had to use. So I was like, oh no, I'm screwed. But then I was like, wait, I'm going to split the screen anyway and put the clone effect on one side. So
Yeah. Did you
he's
just split it twice or something?
no, it's like because he's in the this is like the original, is
the
cheese is
left
the
side.
original, and then I put this half over top.
On the right side.
Yeah, I put the right side over top of it. So he's probably still here. I just have this half with a Brit's cloning effect on top of it.
Okay.
So that's just kind of
fine.
covering it up.
As long as people don't see.
Yeah, but he was there for most of the time, just kind of standing there watching,
Yes, Keegan.
since he had
I
nothing
left
really to
because of
do.
you, because you're just always so
No
annoying.
camera work to do.
I can never film PFAT
Since
because
it
you're
was
always
taped to the
interrupting
wall.
me. Whenever
Yeah, we
I
just
try
got
to
like
do something
scotch tape and
cool,
just taped my
you
phone to the wall
always
for this
blow
bit.
it and ruin everything. I thought that an apocalypse would be the best time to leave you without saying goodbye because
Man, she just
then I
wants
could
to
just
she
run
just wants to
away
leave
make
and
fun
make
content on my
videos
own.
on his own without
Really think
without the
so?
creative genius that is Keegan. I can't believe he would
Creative genius.
I can't believe he would think of such a thing.
Wow.
I don't know what I was thinking when I tried leaving. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Keegan, I love you. You're my best friend. And I'm sorry if I hurt you.
I remember this.
There's a good
That's me and playing as
nice Chi in the
Chi.
hoodie. Yeah, good stuff. Cause you're like the only person who's like
somewhat
like has my frame.
Yeah.
Cause we're both like skinny, tall dudes, but I'm just taller.
Yeah.
So
It's like the dynamic where you have like the short, fat one and the tall, skinny one.
mhm.
I mean, it's not like I'm much fatter, but
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
a 20, 30 pound difference maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're like the only person I know who's got. You're like the person who's got the closest like
Yeah.
body type to me. I could get someone that's like my height, but then they'd be much wider. I'm sure.
Are you serious? Ugh.
Man, you really let your hair go.
Yeah, man, pressure won't do that to you.
I don't remember why I decided to grow my hair out. I think I just wanted to.
Well, it looks like
You wanna get, like,
you let it
long-
go too.
Streamer hair.
No, I think this is as long as I'll go. Currently, I mean, as I'm recording this, not as what's in there.
What the heck was that?
That's a good jump scare there. I think that's Anise throwing it. Did you throw that? Did you throw the
I
jug
think
there?
so, yeah.
What
I think the
heck was
crash and the sound is a good.
Yeah.
that? Most likely something bordering on not family friendliness.
We should check that out.
I remember I had to, like-
Any danger
I had to turn up the volume like really high for your line
Yeah,
right
because
there.
I was like around the corner, so you couldn't see me while I was playing Stormy.
I just like ripped up the volume for that. Like,
Alright, I'm heading out.
you do be heading out though. Goodbye.
Ha! That idiot.
This is one of my favorite
Himself
pictures here.
killed. I, however, will not.
And then he gets picked up and walks off. Yeah, that was one of the first ideas I had writing the script. Was like I wanted him to be talking and then someone come in off stage and then pick him up and take him away.
Come on, Keegan. Let's go.
The main characters got to go together and everyone else has got to split up. That's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
That's how it
When
goes.
your generic horror movie takes place, I guess.
Yeah. This is a fun scene to film.
Yeah.
And then that bit. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. You came up with that.
I was
So good.
always worried about like the dark lighting scenes because I was like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna look awful or not. But turned out okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit grainy.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's just like what, darkness does to a video.
mhm. But I love that. Yeah, I love that idea that you had was like that kind of angled shot,
Yeah.
and then have like the jug run across in front of the screen.
I forgot what it's like an.
It's one of my favorite
I
things.
think it's called like the dolly, something. There's a name for that type of shot.
Where something's really close and then something's...
Well, when you're like tilted like that.
Oh, when you're tilted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Mm.
You better get out.
That was literally like the first, like concept, like the first concept idea I had of like
for-
like specifically filming
Yeah.
a shot. I was like, I want a shadow of the cardboard stormtrooper, and then I want something to fly past it, cut it in half, like
Yeah.
anime slice, and then I want him to fall over. It's like the first thing I came up with. I was like, I want this to happen, and then we made it happen. This bit's a reference to The Shining, with like the first person view, and then you open the bathroom door, which, yeah, I wrote the scene right after watching that same scene from The Shining, and then the curtain opens. That's me behind the curtain. I'm pretty sure pushing that.
Monkey!
Monkey.
Hello, matey. Have you got any PG tips for me?
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, that monkey is like the mascot for PG Tips. So
Is it really?
yeah, that's
Oh, I
like the
didn't know that.
mascot. And there's a good old box of PG Tips. Hopefully there's tea in it. I hope there's tea in it.
Oh wow! It's almost as if there's not going to be tea in it.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna be the horrific reveal that there's no tea. I wonder if that's gonna be the idea. There's no tea in it.
I'm terrified.
This track was actually kind of perfect because it's got like a bit where it cuts out, and when I placed it into the video, it kind of lined up perfectly to where it cuts out just here. It cuts out just right there. It naturally cuts out in
yeah.
the track, and it almost lined up perfectly just by when I placed it into the timeline, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." I didn't
Yeah,
know this
that's
song
neat.
did this. But I just had to like do a little bit of tweaking. I just had to extend the length of the silence just a little bit,
That makes sense.
and then
This is like one of my favorite films to like. I said films, I meant shots.
shots
Yeah.
to chase me down there, and yeah, we did a few takes of that, trying with different types of lighting and like how he was gonna kill me and stuff.
Oh look, a murder weapon.
Then the lights go off.
How
I think that
convenient.
was me turning off the
This
lights.
can't be good. Ow. Who are you? Danny. Don't you recognize me?
That demon voice.
You just like overlay two of the voices and then lower one and make the other higher.
Yeah, no, that wasn't like a voice preset that I had. I was like looking for like voice presets to just like, slap it on there.
Yeah.
But then I there was none. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. And so I just copied it and pasted it 3 times, and then one I lowered the pitch, and then the other one I upped the pitch.
Neat.
I'm you.
Yeah, this scene was a bit weird because it's obviously Danny stabbing the jug, and it's hard to tell because the shot's kind of so close up. We had to like really make the shot close quarters because there was like 3 of us all huddled around having to do stuff, and we didn't want to get everyone in the shot. And I'm actually, Anise is filming, Mikey is holding the jug, and I'm actually behind Anise throwing blood onto the jug. Like blood is splattering onto the face. And it doesn't really show at all. But that was only like a 1 take thing, because once the blood was on there, we couldn't take it off again unless we wanted to make a new jug. Yeah. So we just had to live with that shot. But yeah, just know that we went to the point of actually like making blood splatter on the jug's face for this bit. And then here's the final scene on the script, which literally took hours and hours of filming. And multiple nights.
Oh my word!
This is not good. This bit of dialogue was
Danny, talk to me.
inspired by the Neil Breen films, which I've told you about that. You said you didn't know Neil Breen?
No.
I cannot believe you let someone
Yeah.
kill
If you know
me.
Neil Breen, one of his friends commits suicide, and then he like gets up to him and he's like, "Oh no, I can't believe you committed suicide."
Like is it the I can't believe you've done this?
No,
Oh, wait, no, that's
a Vine. He's
Yeah.
like, "I cannot believe you committed suicide." So I kept that. I remember Mikey laughed a few times at me coughing, so we had to do a few takes of this because he kept laughing.
Keegan? Danny is right here.
You do be right there though.
I remember like mangling that jug with
That's not
like,
Danny.
I think Mikey had a knife.
Yeah, my
Are
knife.
you insulting my looks?
I was like, "Do you want to do the honors?" And you're like, "Yeah," and then just start slicing it up.
Don't worry, Chi, I got you.
I think that was pretty well edited.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
The like hit and the fall.
Keegan, help me. Don't worry, Chi, I got you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
There wasn't particularly one shot that I was thinking, like, "Oh, this is gonna be the best shot in the whole thing." But that's pretty good. This was also reshoots, the running into the bathroom thing. I did that on my own, obviously, because I'm holding the camera. This is another scene that I really like.
Hey, Britt, you're alive.
Brit in the bathtub.
We're hiding here. That guy is scary. I think he's coming.
And we got Mikey outside moving the jug, and
I remember that.
we're filming on the inside.
That was a close one, right, Britt? Britt? Hey, Britt.
Yeah. The shots where Brit is like
He's freaking dead. Into the closet.
is dead. Yeah, like this stuff. This was filmed by my mother, and she also did like my makeup here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's well because it's green, but because of the hue, it's changed to green. But originally it was red.
Oh, that's cursed. Seeing your room blue. I mean, red.
Like red like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. I like that fall. We did a couple takes of that, and that was my favorite one.
Portal's been compromised. Get this corpse off of me.
I remember we did there was one take of me where I did that, and like when I went back, I hit the drawer behind me, and everything just like shook and fell
yeah.
over, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good shot," because it seems like everything's like falling apart, like kind of stuff. But I was gonna use that, but then like Mikey was laughing through it the whole time because he was like, "Oh, that's obviously a blooper because everything fell over."
Yeah.
Which I can't really blame him for, but yeah, I wish I would have liked to use that shot. I'll probably include it in the bloopers.
Your dimensional time portal's been compromised. Get this corpse off of me. No way, I'm not dealing with this crap.
And then they run for the final battle.
Go.
which this is also reshoots. So I did all the filming running by myself for like the last
Trying
thing.
to escape, are we?
Gee, we're cornered. We're not cornered. This jughead is. Where'd he go?
That shot of him like shooting up into the air was just reversed of me dropping him.
Gee, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Shoot him down. We did that a few times from a few different angles because I
Yeah.
kept missing. And even when I did hit him, he didn't fall all the time.
Yeah.
He would just kind of shake.
Keegan, don't say that. Not in a horror parody.
The green man's right.
Green man.
Keegan.
And he's not even green, he's purple.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful shot from
Keegan, don't say that.
Jug
Not in a horror
Puppeteer.
parody.
The green
Mikey.
man's
You spent a
right.
while, we got like some sewing needle thread
Yeah.
and tied it to the jug here. And then we turned off all the lights except for one, which you were holding, the one flashlight. Wait, were you filming and doing the...
I think so.
Yeah, you were filming and doing the flashlight at the same time. Yeah, and then Mikey is pulling the jug like back and forth, like zigzagging it with a needle with like a sewing thread.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite shots. It might be my favorite. It might be the best shot, in my opinion. Is that just running away? It's alive. My sleeves are rolled up here, so that's a bit of a continuity error. Because I was just hot and I was like needing to roll up my sleeves. And now they're back down again. I remember this one right here of me falling over. Like our first night of filming this scene, it was like midnight or something, and that was like the last thing that we filmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I remember like after we filmed that, you were like, "Oh, we both got to go home. It's like really late," and I was like, "Oh man, so I guess we'll have to do this another night." And then I remember like getting up and I was like, I'm kind of glad that they said they had to go because I was about to like pass out right after that because I'd just been like in that hot like robe, just like doing all the stunts and like action scenes, take after take after take, and I was like, oh, so hot and like exhausted and like lightheaded and then just like tired. It's like I guess it's a good thing that we don't have to do more tonight. This is a good bit. I got some compliments on that shot there, moving to the gun and then coming back. I got some good compliments on that. People really like that. No, this is a last minute decision to do that shot as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We were just gonna have me like come and hit it, but then you're like, oh, wait, don't do a slow. Well, let's do a slow mo, whatever. It's like, oh, cool idea. They've saved the day. They gotta come finish it off.
Oh, I remember thinking like, oh, we should do like a little flash thing, like someone's on the ground with their phone or another flashlight, and every time you shoot,
we turn it like on and off.
It on, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did we actually try filming that? Or did
I think we did, but it just like didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Yeah.
Thank you, Keegan. When I went out searching for something missing in my life,
That was kind of cool though. I mean, it would
I
probably
didn't realize that I was leaving
just be
behind
better.
exactly
Would it be better in After Effects doing that, or would it probably be better in real time doing
It's
flash
usually
effects?
better in like real.
Yeah. There's another shot of you playing Chi.
I guess it depends on like what the lighting is, but like the lighting's awful in this, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Really?
So it wouldn't really
This
work.
isn't high budget film.
Oh. Apparently not.
And then an ominous shot of ending with an ominous shot. And then here's of saving the jug, saving Chi Panda. And here's the credits. Got the cast. You're last, obviously,
Wow.
because you're the lamest person here.
Wow.
Just kidding. Yeah. Danny, even though Mikey played like the actual physical Danny the Jug, I just credited Danny as doing the voice because he's awesome. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention there was like back here where I don't know, but when he was like getting like stabbed,
Yeah.
I remember like going through all of his voice lines, and I was like, oh, there was no screaming for him getting stabbed.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just DM him real quick. I was like, hey, can you record yourself screaming? So he was like, what do you like? He wasn't sure what exactly I wanted, and then I was like, just do like something that you're dying, like you're getting stabbed. And then he sent it. He sent like a few files with different takes, and I was like, none of these are really good. I don't really like any of these.
Probably should have sent him like an example one.
Yeah, and he was like, can you send me an example? So I sent an example. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of similar to what I'm going for. And I was like, well, maybe I'm being influenced by what you're doing to come up with my own thing. And so then we got on a video call, and then my internet was having trouble, so I was trying to fix my internet while he was like, and then Discord, like if you get too loud on Discord, it'll cut out your mic.
Yeah.
So we're trying to scream at each other over Discord. We keep getting cut out. And it was just like a mess, and he just kept sending me files. We were just sending each other files for like a whole hour, just like screaming at each other. Trying to get the right thing. So that was a fun night, just screaming match between me and Danny for like an hour. Like I was huddled up next to the Wi-Fi box because like my Discord just did not want to connect. And then for this next card of the credits, there's a bit of a typo here. Additional. I forgot the I.
Huh.
But I did this. Ed. I did this separately from the video, so I already like exported it and put it in.
So you just
like,
added it to the end.
I was like,
Is there anything like where you can edit YouTube videos from the actual like site? Not like
from
where you
actual
just, like,
YouTube?
Yeah, where you
Yeah,
just like cut a section or something.
You
like
can upload YouTube. You can edit with YouTube.
that. Oh, that's neat.
I don't think it's very robust, but you can. You got the editing here. All fun people. Yeah, I came up with this name, Jug Puppeteer, for Mikey.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's fun. And I do love me some puppeteers. I like some puppets. You know me. I love me. Love me some Dark Crystal. The lighting. And then, oh, there's a post-credit scene. What is this, an Avengers movie? Dude, we're getting like the universe, the Chi Panda universe is
An
like
extended universe.
Yeah,
Never seen
it's
that
getting
before.
legit now.
Evil Chi.
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know if it's evil Chi or not.
Oh,
They don't know
that's what I always assumed it was.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Nobody knows. Yeah, it's evil Chi. No one's gonna watch this. So that was Saving Chi Panda. And this was our director's commentary.
Yep.
That only the true fans. If you're still watching this, you're a true fan.
I guess like director and cinematographer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like way too like high of a role to call me. It's like cameraman. I feel like that just works better.
I mean, you came up with all like those cool shots that I never would have thought of. So I was like, oh wow, that's cool. Like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't come up with any cool shots. Actually, never mind. That was a lie. Because I came up with like the silhouette stuff.
Yeah, can you tell that I took 2 years of film in high school?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like the new Quentin Tarantino or something.
But I mean, like for real, you were like a really good asset to the project because you were just like, you're like, oh, like every time I was like, is this gonna be good? You always had like knew
I
what.
said, no.
You always knew what you were saying. Knew what was happening. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for the director's commentary. It's been fun. I've tried recording this before and I just wasn't feeling it. So now that I've had a niece here, I feel like we finally done it. So I'm gonna edit this and upload this at some point. And then the bloopers are on their way soon after this video is uploaded. Hopefully. Well, whenever I finish editing this one, I'll get to editing the bloopers, and then the Chi Panda saga, the Saving Chi Panda saga will end, and then we'll have to wait for whatever's next.
The phase 4.
The
or whatever.
yeah, I don't know. It's still season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a document with like the whole like plot line
That's
like written out for season 1 at least. I don't know if I want to end the show after season 1 or do a season 2, but I could end it I've written it to where it could end after season 1.
Right.
But I could go to a season 2 if I felt like it. I don't know. If it takes me 5 years to finish season 1, then I'm probably going to end it cuz it's a lot of time for
Yeah.
Chi and Keegan. Probably want to move on to new characters. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks for joining us. Me and Anise. I've been Anise. I've been Anise.
Yeah.
You've been Keegan.
That's true.
Yeah, this whole time we've been jipping you. We've been the opposite people that we are. And this has been the new mic that Merlin got us. Got me. So, and it's also been my birthday, and it's also been Metroid 5 and Metroid sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Metroid sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
I mean, just the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
All right. No.
Goodbye.